All right, so in my recent video, my first weekend with my Google Pixel Pro 9 XL, so many of you asked me, T, how do you get your phone like that? What icon pack are you using? Where you get your wallpapers from? What launcher are you doing? How do you get your phone to look that way? So instead of answering to each and every one of you guys' comments, I felt like, you know what, let me just do a little quick video running over my launcher, icon pack, where I get my wallpapers from, so some of you can go out there and put a little bit of sauce on your Google Pixel Pro 9 XL. So let's go ahead and flip over to the overhead and let me show you what I have going on. So here is the way that I have my Google Pixel Pro 9 XL. I'm just gonna say Google Pixel 9 Pro or Pixel 9 Pro. I use this setup just about on every single Android. My S24 Ultra, this is the way it was set up. I don't have this way on Z Fold 5 or Z Fold 6 because this launcher doesn't really play well when it comes to foldables. But let me go ahead and show you what I have going on. So the first thing first is, how do I get my icons like this? How do I get this set up and the way it's set up at the bottom? What launcher am I using? And this is no stranger. I am using Nova Launcher. Now, Nova Launcher is going to be an app that you can get a free version or you can go ahead and pay for. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you're an Android person, look, just go ahead and pay a couple bucks. I don't think it's even more than $5. Pay it. You can always have it. I have paid for this app over, I don't know how many years ago, and it has been flawless. They always update it. They keep things fresh, and let your customization go wild when it comes to your Android device, man. So go out there and get Nova Launcher, and the paid version is going to be called Nova Launcher Prime. Now, this is the reason why I love my Nova Launcher, because there's so much different stuff that you can customize and do with it. Because let's just be real, when it comes to the factory Google Launcher, I don't like the way they force you to have the search bar down though, and I don't like the way they force you to have that little weather at a glance. I don't want to be forced to have anything on my homepage. So that's the number one reason why I like switching my launchers up. And number two, you can get cool icon packs that look like this one. So here is some of the customization that you can get when it comes to your Nova launcher. Now, they have it basically broke down into sections. You see home screen, app jar, folders, search, cars, look and feel, gestures and input, integrations, notification badges, all this different stuff that you can customize when it comes to this launcher. I'm gonna just pop in a few of the main categories so you can see what's going in there. Not really gonna dive too deep into it, but as you can click on it, this is gonna be your home screen. So of course, you're gonna see your icons is gonna be up there. We'll get into what icon pack I'm using in a little bit later, but you can do your icon size. So you can make these icons as big as you want. You can make them as small as you want. I tend to keep mine right around 110% because that's kind of like the sweet spot when it comes to the icons. You can do your labels, whether you want your labels. I feel like that kind of clutters up your home screen when you have the labels to each and every app. I don't necessarily need the labels, so I turn the labels off because I know what app I'm running when I'm clicking on it. So desktop grid, that's going to be big because this is the way you can be able to fit multiple apps, and you can really customize the setup that you want when it comes to that. So you can hit your desktop grid and you can go, I'm on a 7x8, as you can see here, but you can take this up all the way to 12 by 12 if you wanted to, and just have a bunch of apps on your screen. So that's something that you can do. And I'm gonna take it back to 7x8. And that's just lets you really move around and kind of customize your home layout however you want it. This is gonna be all personal preference of what grid that you want to use. All right. So you have padding. Padding is basically kind of the spacing that is allowed on your borders. I don't ever really mess with that. Dock, you can change how many apps you got on your dock. You see it says dock icons. I got 6. You can go all the way up to 12 icons in your dock. You see what I'm saying? So you have a bunch of different ways that you can do that. You can got your dock pages if you want multiple items in a dock where you continuously scroll. You can do a background. If you want a background on your dock, you can activate that to kind of add a little background to break it up a little bit. So you have a few different things that you can do, but that's going to be basically your dock settings within your home screen. Search bar, of course, if you want to use that search bar that Google always puts on your home screen, you can do that. You can put it up there. It'll basically search the internet for something, or you can do it where you can search for an app on your phone. So the search bar is there if you want to use it, but I don't really rock with the search bar. Wallpaper scrolling, transition effects. You have all different type of transitions that you can do when you're opening an app and different things like that. So you can really see how your imagination can run wild with customization when it comes to your home screen. So add icons to home screen if you download them, different things like that. App drawer, same thing. Icon size, you can do your drawer app grid, so you can have how many apps that you want to basically be seen. If you want a bunch of apps in one area, you can do that. If you want to change your drawer style, if you want a vertical, you know what I mean? If you want to do it vertically, if you don't want to do it, if you want to just keep you don't want to swipe up and then start swiping horizontally, you can just do a vertical. Vertical is not bad. You can do that. If you want to do a list of apps, you can just do a plain list of apps, however you want it to. And you can have your search bar up here at the top where you can basically search for app if you have tons of app like myself. So I leave mine on horizontal. Once again, you have your transitions that you can do if you want to change how your apps go in and out of the app bar. Tab bar placement, frequently used apps, you can have that up there. You can open your jar, different ways how you can open your app jar up. Just so many different options, all right? So that's gonna be app jar. You have folders, you can customize your folders. I'm just giving you a brief look, man, not going too in depth, but you can do your folders, look and feel. Here's where you can be able to customize your icons and different things like that. Now, switching on, going over your icons. The icon theme that I am using is going to be called LineX. Now, LineX is in the Play Store. I'm not sure if it's free, but I absolutely love LineX. So that's basically, before we get into the icon pack, that's basically Nova Launcher. You can do, oh, actually, let me go ahead and show you one cool thing that you can do. So say for an example, you have certain apps, but you necessarily don't want to put the app on the screen. You can do different gestures and swipes to open up different icons, different apps to open up and use. So say for an example, I am going to double tap on my screen. I don't want my card information to pop up, but you'll see what I mean. So if I double tap, as you can see, it's going to pull up my Google Wallet. As you can see, this is going to be my Amex. So all I did was simply go back here, was double tap on this, and boom, and it brings up my Google Wallet. That is actually dope right there. So you can change that to where you double tap it and you'll be able to open up basically any app. You can do a shortcut, you can do a action, whatever you want, you can do that. Say for an example, I want to get to I gotta remember which one's which. If I swipe to the right, this brings up my lights in my studio on, so I can cut my lights, boom, on and off. You know what I mean? So I use this app often. So therefore, I want to put this on my home screen. All I gotta do is swipe right in a blank area, and it's going to open up that. Swipe left, it's going to get to my home security. You're going to get to my Ecobee. So you'll be able to pull up my home security if you swipe to the left. So you can do different things like that. And you can go to the settings, see gestures, and see all the different gestures that you can do to open up an app. Swipe up, swipe down, swipe left, swipe right, double tap, and swipe up. Like, so many different things. So if you really want to get crazy and wow, if your mind can remember it, you can really go a little bit crazy when we're talking about the gestures and what you can do when it comes to your home screen. So that's going to be Nova Launcher. Once again, that's just going to be a brief overview of it. Once again, you download it, man. Go ahead and pay for that Prime version so you can get the full version and just let your imagination run wild when we're talking about customization. Now, let's go ahead and flip over to the icon pack. And I'm gonna do my icon. I'm gonna do LineX is the icon pack that I use. All right. So this is gonna be LineX. They're gonna give you an app when you download it. And the only way to apply an icon pack is if you use the custom launcher. You can't just download the icon pack and apply it to the Pixel launcher. No, you're gonna have to use something like Nova or Niagara, or all these different launchers out there. You're gonna have to use a custom launcher to install the icon pack. So when you do it, you see it has 6,400 icons. So just about every single icon that I have is mostly themed for Icon X. But if you have one, for example, that's not themed, let's take Ecobee for an example. It basically has the emblem with a little circle around to kind of make it seem like it's themed. So I really don't feel like it sticks out too far out of place. Now, one thing I love about LineX is it comes with built-in wallpapers. So as you can see, it has 452 wallpapers, and you can click the wallpaper tab right here, and basically they have an array and a plethora of wallpapers that you can use that they kind of custom curate to be able to fit the icons that you have. You know what I mean? So if I want to add an icon pack, if I want to add a wallpaper, just any of these for an example, you can go over to, I'll do this one right here for an example. And then it has save, apply, so you can apply it. You can do the home screen, lock screen, both. So I'll just do both. It'll basically say applying, and then it'll go ahead and apply. Swipe up, boom, and I have that now as the wallpaper of my phone. So I love that because it basically has its own built-in wallpapers. If you want to use some of their wallpapers, you can do so. Once that comes with the app, they update that to include new wallpapers as well. Some of these have been in here for a very long time, but they're very clean wallpapers to be able to match these icons up very well. And here are all the icons basically It's a few different icons that you can change up and do if you want to have a different look. You can do that as well. So the icon pack is LineX. I love this icon pack. I really do, man. This is one that is always on my Android device when I use it. So say, for example, you don't really want to use any of the wallpapers in there. You want to use something else to have a little bit more fun, a little bit more range of wallpapers. I have been using Zedge for I don't know how many years. Zedge has been something that I have used for a very long time because they have so many different wallpapers. So if you really want to get crazy with Zedge, I know tons of people was asking me about this Deadpool and Wolverine. How would I get so many? You can go to one, and then they have so many different variants of whatever that subject was that you clicked on. So you can go to different Deadpool and Wolverine wallpapers, but that's just one to be an example. I mean, they have so many different, wallpapers, and then you go to categories. They have so many different categories, so many different colors that you can choose from. Just really let your imagination go wild. So this is just going to be another app if you want to be able to use different wallpapers besides the ones that come custom picked in the Line X what app. All right, what I was about to say there. So this is just another wallpaper app. I'm sure if you've known Android, you know about Zedge. This has been around for literally forever, and it's always been a solid app. So that's basically how I set mine up. This right here is nothing more than the Google stock widget weather that goes right here. You see I have my setup of just some of my apps that I use here. I have my folders along the bottom right here, which are no labels, keeps everything very clean. And then I have my dock down here at the bottom with my most important apps. Of course, the launcher of choice is going to be a Nova launcher. Once again, you can use whatever launcher you want to do. I've been using Nova for forever. I paid for it, so therefore that's what I'm going to use. And when it comes to the icon pack, the icon pack is going to be LineX. All these things are in the Play Store, man. So jump over there, get them. Trust me, if it's worth $2-3, look, go ahead and purchase it, man. These artists, the different people put time and sweat and tears into getting these icon packs looking like that, man. The least we can do is go out there and support them and buy the icon pack for $2 or $3. Because half of you going out and buying Twix and sneakers and shit for much more than that. All right. So that's gonna be my customization, man. If you have any questions about what I do, any questions about this customization, man, let me know in the comment section down below. I always try to answer as many comments as I can to try to be helpful for you, man, and be available for you. So if you got questions, ask me. Let me know down in the comment section down below. But yeah, this is my setup for my Google Pixel 9 Pro XL and how I customize it. But if you want to know how I feel about this device, man, make sure you go check out my first weekend with the Google Pixel 9 XL Pro because it's a good one and I'm loving this device. That video will be right here.